Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Brewery, International Business Management student, and I will be presenting on formulating and implementing strategy. I'm supposed to do this in 5 minutes, so let's see how that goes. Before you start strategy formulation, you need to focus on environmental scanning, as you can see on this slide, which is gathering information. You can use your EFAST table for your external opportunities. I will get into that shortly. And you can use your IFAST table for your internal strengths and weaknesses. You can look into that. As you know, I have to go in 5 minutes. So, strategy formulation is where you do your mission statement, objectives, strategies, and policies. And once you get all of that through, you can move over to the implementation of strategy where you get the programs, budgets, and procedures. After you get all of that now, as you can see on the slide, you move over to environment. Um, the evaluation control. You just control everything that is happening, everything that you put into place, monitoring performance. All right. Um, the strategic decision making process, as I said before, you evaluate your current position. You know what I mean? You examine and evaluate the position, the mission, as I mentioned before, the objective, strategies, and policies. Review corporate governance, board of directors, top management, scan and assess external environment, natural environment, societal, etc. Analyze and analyze external factors, opportunities and threats, external factors. That's the EFAST table, as I mentioned. As I said, I'm going to get into that. You focus on the SWOT analysis. We'll get into that as well. So select strategic factors. Uh, Look at the situation that is happening. You're scanning the market, you're scanning the environment, scan and assess internal environment, as I said, analyze internal factors, strengths, and weaknesses, right? So steps to solve problem. As I mentioned, the SWOT analysis, a study undertaken by an organization to identify its internal strengths and weaknesses, as well as its external opportunities and threats. Mission statement. Everybody know what a mission statement is. You need to look at that. Whenever you're going to international market and you want to be successful. Porter's five forces, framework for analyzing a company competitive advantage. I will get into that. Strategic group. A strategic group can be defined as a group of companies within a particular industry that follows a similar strategy. A lot of companies are competing with people who they don't need to compete with because they're not a part of their strategic group. That is something else we need to look into. The EFAST table, as I mentioned, these are the external factors analysis summary. So it's the external factor analysis summary, and the IFAS is the internal factor analysis summary. We can look into that also. I just have 5 minutes. So I hope I'm not going over the time. So the SWOT analysis now that look at strength and weaknesses. So you must use your strength to overpower your weaknesses. That is basically what it is saying. And it also look at opportunities and threats. So there are some threats over there just for threat's sake. You're supposed to also use your opportunities to overpower your threats. All right, so you're writing a mission statement. On the screen, I have an example of a mission statement for a Jamaican company selling real authentic Jamaican food. So you can look into that. And Porter's five forces. I might spend a minute on this because I have to explain. Uh, Threats of new entrants. It's actually six of them because other stakeholders is added, but it's called Porter's five forces, and the higher it is, the higher the threat in that section. So, for example, threats of substitution. If there are a lot of substitute product in the market, this will be high for the company. Bargain power of buyers. If the buyers have a lot of bargaining power, this is high. So you get the idea. So these are the five forces. All right. And the strategic group now, you need to focus on what group the company is in and compete within that group and not go outside of the group. So as you can see on this slide now, it is closer, the price is somewhere close to low, and they're not diverse. They have limited resources. They're selling limited stuff. For example sake, I'm using Jimmy's Grill, and Jimmy's Grill cannot compete with Johnny's at the Garden and Norman Catering because they're in a different strategic group. For example sake. All right, guys. So let me just move on. So you see that question there? Let me just go into what is the strategy, best strategy for a company. Looking into okay, a business strategy. This strategy is best because it focuses on improving the competitive position within an industry. Enter the catered market segment. Using the catered market segment from my example of the mission statement there. So the competitive advantage, the basis for this would be for further compete on differentiation. So a corporate strategy is another one, or a functional strategy, but a business strategy is best for a small company developing, and focusing on differentiation will give you the opportunity to offer something different to the market, and people will like different. Let me just move on. Uh, so what course of action would you recommend to a company that's looking to improve? Differentiate their products. As I said before, develop a marketing plan to increase brand image and take advantage of advertisement opportunities. Capitalize on growing interest and brand. As I mentioned before, the example of Brand Jamaica for the mission statement that I was using, you saw in the slide before. And invest. Do not squander money when you just start the company. Invest by everything in the company. Get skilled labor, right? So I hope I'm not over the minute. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, guys. All right.